welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from my hometown of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Ta-da! Today's verse is Matthew 7:7. It says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you." Such a positive verse, but we do have to be careful because at first glance it looks like God is somehow a magic genie that will give us anything we ask for. And there are prosperity churches that will build their entire theology on these verses taken out of context. And they'll say, well, we can have anything. We can have health. We can have wealth. We can have relationships and spaceships and anything. So we have to be very careful about that. If I haven't made it clear, that is heresy. It's wrong, and it's going to lead people down the wrong path. So that's why context is so important. Let's look at the context and understand this correctly. The first part is do not judge, and we had the removing the speck out of the brother's eye part. And then in last week's verse, which I have the link right up here, it was don't give what is holy to dogs or cast your pearls before swine. And I suggested last week that that whole idea was knowing when to give the gospel message, because sometimes it's actually wise to withhold it until their hearts are ready. And in the meantime, we should be helping to prepare their hearts to receive it through love. Now we have this week's verse about ask and it will be given to you, which is building up to the golden rule, which comes in verse 12. In everything, therefore, treat people the same way you want them to treat you. But notice there's a therefore. What's the therefore? It's because of the ask and it will be given to you. So to understand this fully in context, what are we asking for? Again, coming from judgment and then going to treating others the way we want them to treat us. The only thing that makes sense is asking for God's wisdom and love in dealing with others, dealing with Christians about how to properly remove the speck out of their eye if we've already had God remove the log from our eye, and the love and wisdom needed to minister to non-Christians about when to give the gospel and when to withhold it, and in the meantime to prepare their hearts through love. That's what we're asking for. That's what we're seeking. That's the knocking. I love that it's there 3 times so that Jesus emphasizes the need for us to do that. Ministering to others in that sense takes a lot of finesse and a lot of patience and a lot of love and a lot of wisdom, more than we have ourselves, or at least me. Let's also look at a verse that we haven't looked at in a fair while here, and that was Matthew 5:44. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. And remember, when we're praying, we're not praying for God's judgment. We're praying to love them more. We're praying for God to have the best for them. All right? So that's, again, what this context is when we come back to today's verse. Ask and it will be given. We're praying for their benefit. That's why it says, ask and it will be given to you. Is there really any question at all that God will give you wisdom for dealing with others when we're seeking the best for them, when we're seeking to bring them closer to God? Is there any question that God would withhold the wisdom, that God would withhold love? Absolutely not. So this is what it's all about. When we are asking for more love, for more wisdom, for more patience, to be able to minister to others, to bring them closer to Jesus, that's what this is. So let's ask, let's seek, let's knock, because if we love every moment, we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.